This part was prepared by Kütahya Dumlupınar University. Violence Against Children, VAC. Definition of Violence Against Children and Typologies. Hello. Welcome to the Digitized Education of Parents for Children Protection training module. My name is Elif Körpe and I am one of the researchers of this project. In this video, I'm going to explain violence against children and its typologies. Let's get started. Violence against children. Firstly, I would like to give you some brief definition of violence. According to World Health Organization, violence is the intentional use of physical force or power, threatened or actual against oneself, another person, or against a group or community, which either results in or has a high likelihood of resulting in injury, death, psychological harm, maldevelopment, or deprivation. According to World Health Organization, violence against children or child maltreatment includes all forms of physical and emotional ill treatment, sexual abuse, neglect, and exploitation that results in actual or potential harm to the child's health, development, or dignity. For infants and younger children, violence mainly involves child maltreatment like physical, sexual, and emotional abuse and neglect at the hands of parents and other authority figures. Boys and girls are at equal risk of physical and emotional abuse and neglect, and girls are at greater risk of sexual abuse. As children reach adolescence, peer violence and intimate partner violence, in addition to child maltreatment, become highly prevalent. According to Article 19 of United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, there are unfortunately many dimensions to violence against children, which include physical, social, physics, and sexual dimensions. Now, let's have a look at these typologies of violence against children. Physical punishment. According to American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, physical punishment, sometimes called corporal punishment, is anything done to cause pain or discomfort in response to your child's behaviors. Behaviors like hitting with hands or objects, slapping and punching, kicking, shaking, throwing, biting, and stretching are some examples of physical punishment. In short term, physical punishment can lead some consequences in the child, like bullying other children, being aggressive, behavioral problems, fearing his or her parents, poor self-esteem, thinking that hitting is okay, increased risk of depression, anxiety, and personality problems. And in long term, it can lead to some severe results like injury, loss of custody, arrest, jail time, and even death. Bullying. Bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Bullying can take multiple forms, including spreading rumors, threatening, physical or verbal assault, engaging in insidious practices such as excluding a child from a group to hurt him or her, or any other gestures or actions that occur in a less visible manner. Cyberbullying is also a kind of bullying, and it takes place on digital internet environment tools like computers, tablets, and mobile phones. It can occur on social media platforms, online gaming platforms, some forums where people can interact with each other, and on internet-based communication apps and SMS. Youth violence. Youth violence can be violence either against or committed by a child or adolescent. According to World Health Organization, it is a global public health problem, and it includes a range of acts from bullying and physical fighting to more severe sexual and physical assault to homicide. When it is not fatal, youth violence has a serious, often lifelong impact on persons' physical, psychological, and social functioning. Intimate partner violence. Intimate partner violence can be also called as domestic violence. It includes physical, sexual, or emotional abuse, as well as sexual coercion and stalking by a current or former intimate partner. An intimate partner is a person with whom you have or had a close personal or sexual relationship. In this type of violence, violence is used to gain, use, and maintain the power to make dominance and control over another person. According to United Nations, domestic violence can lead to serious physical injury and even death. Sexual abuse. Child sexual abuse, also called child molestation, is a form of child abuse in which an adult or older adolescent uses a child for sexual stimulation. A child can be exposed to sexual abuse at home, at school, and even in digital environment. According to UNICEF, sexual abuse of a child will result in physical, social, and psychological damage, which will reduce their ability to care for themselves and others in their adulthood times. Emotional or psychological violence. Emotional abuse happens when a child is repeatedly made to feel worthless, unloved, alone, or scared. Also known as psychological or verbal abuse, it can include constant rejection, hostility, teasing, bullying, yelling, criticism, and exposure to family violence. It also involves the emotional mistreatment of a child. According to National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, the physical signs of emotional violence cannot be obvious, and the child may not mention about this until they reach a crisis point. So, it is important to look out for signs in how a child is acting. Community violence. Community violence is exposure to intentional acts of interpersonal violence committed in public areas by individuals who are not intimately related to the victim. Common types of community violence that affect youth include individual and group conflicts like fights among gangs and other groups, shoutings in public areas such as schools and communities. Maltreatment. Maltreatment refers to the quality of care a child is receiving from those responsible for the child. Maltreatment occurs when a parent or other person legally responsible for the care of a child harms a child or places a child in imminent danger of harming by failing to exercise the minimum degree of care in providing the child with food, clothing, shelter, education, medical care, and other basic needs. According to Office for Children and Family Services, abandonment of a child or from not providing adequate supervision for the child can also lead to maltreatment.